Okay, so we have just wrapped primary footage for Doove 3, Sexual Warriors.
Why is Doove frozen?
Why, when Doove is killed at the end of part 2, does he at the beginning of part 3 end up frozen in an iceberg in Antarctica? Well, this is certainly a valid question and has merit. And the audience needs an answer, and they expect an answer. The main thinking behind this whole send up or this whole scene is oftentimes in movies characters. Well, I mean, okay, it's kind of from like Jason Goes to Hell. At the end of Jason Goes to Hell, Jason goes to hell. That's why the title is so appropriate. And then in the next installment in the series, Jason X, Jason ends up frozen in space. And, you know, me and Ben always thought this was pretty funny and thought that was awesome of the filmmakers to do that to us, you know, as an audience, as far as just annihilating all continuity. And also in the first Godzilla movie, Godzilla is completely destroyed at the end of the movie. His skin melts off, his skeleton disintegrates on screen, and in the next installment of the series, he ends up frozen in an iceberg in Antarctica, and he's fine. No damage of any kind. So we just, you know, we took that philosophy, you know, and applied it to Doove.
They do that in Frankenstein movies too.
And they do it in the Frankenstein movies, exactly. In Frankenstein meets Wolfman, Frankenstein is frozen when he was clearly killed at the end of Bride of Frankenstein. So that's why.
Brent, tell us a little bit about playing Doove and what that means to you and what that means to your body.
Well, in the first movie, it was I'd have to say a joy to play Doove. It really let me reflect on the way things are for many alcoholics around the world, and I felt that playing the role would actually somehow kind of enlighten the entire nation and allow all of us to really see what it's like to be in that state and see some of the things that you have to deal
challenges
with on a day-to-day basis, and how you can rise above that and really be a hero in your own right. And then, you know, I thought that was good. And then the second movie, I felt that we kind of strayed a bit from the entire message. I didn't feel like it was really getting that message out there anymore. So
you feel that this movie...
I had to be paid a considerable amount
right.
to come back for the third movie compared to the first two.
Absolutely.
And I definitely wanted Ben to ensure us that there was going to be a large special effects budget for this movie, because I thought that was kind of the way of the times, and the only way people are going to watch this is if there are a lot of special effects.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the physical aspects, I've actually been training for 3 different kinds of decathlons for at least 5 years. And that's allowed me to stay physically fit for a lot of the scenes you see in the training sequences of the third movie. I've actually trained as a police officer in South America, and that was for a different movie that I'm working on right now. And I've been kind of thinking about going into fencing as a new profession instead of acting. So I'm used to the physical abuse, but in this movie, it's a bit different. I think I've gone through a bit more punishment. The times when I was ran over by the car, that was a little bit rough on me, and I fell off the roof, I think 6 or 7 times.
I think it's 7 times.
I
think it's a new record in this movie.
And in the first movie, I fell off the roof once, and the second one, I was never on a roof. So,
but you did fall through a hole in the floor.
Yeah, I fell through a hole in the floor, but that was like a 1-story drop. Now I'm on top of the roof 7 times, so I'm a little bit sore. But I think all in all, it worked out well.
Well, that's good.